Never wanted to have daughters, because I just thought it would be fun to have boys.
4 boys to be exact: Kevin, Joe, Nick, and Franklin. Before the band, there was a childhood of adventure.
Life in our home was always exciting, laughter, things breaking.
I guess if you have 4 boys, a couch is not just a couch.
Well said. Yeah, we had a big basement when we lived in New Jersey, and that basement was like not mine for any purpose at all. It was just their playground. I mean, they roller skated down there, they skateboarded, they built forts, built stages. It made me very happy, but there's always breakfast on the table in the morning.
What was your parenting style?
I tend to be strict. I'm also very orderly, very neat, very clean. I just trained them from a young age how to do that. Early on, my husband and I felt like we're not just raising kids, we're raising adults. And we want to raise them with the integrity and the moral values that we have.
So how did music come into play?
My husband is the real musician, a music lover. He recognized that at an early age. In Nicholas specifically, he was 3, and he was singing a song. He hit a wrong note, and he backed up as if to rewind, and he sang it correctly, and he went,
At 3?
At 3. And my husband was like, this one is beyond me.
As the boys got older, their passion for performing only grew.
I was pregnant with Frankie, our 4th child, when they actually got signed to a manager, and they immediately booked commercials, and Nick really couldn't read that well at that time, but he could sing like nobody's business, and he booked his first show, his first Broadway musical, A Christmas Carol. These are their first headshots.
Wow.
They're so silly. Look, I mean, Kevin, Joe, they look so smolder. And this
That's so
one's smolder.
cute, though.
But boy, they got a lot of work.
How did you keep the reins to it?
I don't know if I did. I look back, and it's like, how did I do that? I basically had a full-time job driving them into New York every day, and I had responsibilities at our church that we pastored. I guess just kept pressing on because that's what we did as Jonas family. We just pressed on.
So when did you know, you know what, I think we have something here?
It was during that time, it was just like, what more can we accomplish? I felt like we've made it. We've done it all. Never thinking what would happen would happen.
What happened was the Jonas Brothers, Kevin, Joe, and Nick, formed a band.
The first time they started touring was just like in the tri-state area, and when they come home, there's always a meal and laundry. I mean, I remember one time there was not enough turnaround time, like 24 hours, to get the jeans dry. All their jeans washing and drying. It was just like I started to have to send them out.
In 3 years' time, mall shows and school assemblies became sold-out arenas around the world.
I realized my role was being taken now by people that we paid. There's a catering company that cooks the meals, and there's someone who dresses them, does their laundry, irons everything. And it's like, okay, what do I do? That was tough.
So what do you do? I mean, the good Lord made you their mother.
I had to enjoy it. I had to learn how to just say, this is my plight, and I'm going to enjoy this.
And enjoy she did. Nearly 20 years later, the boys now have 6 successful albums and more than 13 billion streams globally.
The screaming girls and the whole thing. What was that like as a mom?
It really fills my heart with joy when I
it?
see that. I remember being that girl. I was in love with Mark Hamill. Thought I was going to marry him for a whole year. So I know what those girls are feeling. And I thought, oh, I love that. I want them to feel that way for my kids.
How do they receive it?
I'm sure there's a lot of overwhelming thoughts, and there's a lot of, wow, strut my stuff.
Do any of them say they're the favorite?
Oh, yes. I think they all think Nick's the favorite. But I really don't have a favorite. I mean, there are different things for different ones.
Favorite Jonas Brothers song?
Pushing me away.
You pushing me away.
That's my favorite song. I think it's about me.
You could ask him if you wanted.
But it speaks to me about myself and in areas that I need to mellow out
The fans, the memories, the music, all highs for the Jonas family. But one of the more trying times, Nick's diabetes diagnosis at 13.
First, you feel guilt. You go through this period where you as a parent think, what did I do to my child? And then you have anger. And you're angry that this happened. And then you feel sorrow and grief because your child's lost something, you've lost a part of your child, and you know that it's something you're going to deal with. It was tough.
What got you through those moments?
Faith plays like the major role in our lives as a family.
And in the last few years, the family has grown even bigger.
Does it feel good that they found
Yes.
love?
Yes, it feels absolutely wonderful because as a mom, I've raised you this way, and how are you going to find someone that's an equal to you that will? And honestly, I could not be more blessed. They are 3 lovely women, and they've given us 5 beautiful granddaughters.
Can you exhale now? Do you ever exhale as a mother?
I don't think you really exhale, but not in a bad way. You're always their parent. You know the things that they're experiencing that nobody else sees. I think the exhale is, okay, they're not ours anymore. You got their wives. They can deal with this.
Favorite moment of this wild ride you guys have had together as mom and sons?
Seeing all of them, the great response of their fans loving them, but also the response of the gift they're giving the people with what they were created to do.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.